I want to thank everybody for joining us today at this wonderful occasion. Today's a big day for all of us, a bricks and mortar milestone that is a result of a collaborative planning effort that has spanned more than 3 years and required hard work and coordination from many partners that are here today to share in our celebration. I'm James Perlman, founder and president of the Pearlmark Housing Group. We are the developer of Kenzie Senior Residences at Randhurst, a 74-unit affordable community for seniors. Some of you may have known the project name as Kensington, but we had to change that name, but that's a story for a different day. So I'm gratified, and it brings me a great deal of satisfaction to bring this project to fruition. Make no mistake about it, it was a team effort. And we are proud to announce that we'll serve Mount Prospect seniors with a smaller percentage, including those with special needs and local veterans. I heard this quote once: "Life is not what tomorrow brings, but what we do with it to make it better." Pearlmark's mission has always been to make life better for those who are in need of decent, safe, and affordable housing. Primarily, our focus has been to provide affordable housing for seniors, a brand new community to live where they can be proud of like Kenzie. In fact, over the past 30 years, Pearlmark has developed over 1,000 units of affordable housing, totaling more than $200 million in 14 projects, and has an in-depth understanding of how these projects come together. Pearlmark also manages its properties and has honed its ability to manage operations. However, the real gratification for me is when a happy resident comes up to me to tell me how much they love living here, or how much they enjoy community and attention to their needs. So that is very gratifying, and we look forward to having 100 new seniors living at the Kenzie. So we couldn't have done it without these following people: the Village of Mount Prospect. I'd like to thank the village manager, Michael Cassidy, and Community Development Director, Bill Cooney. Cook County Government, President Preckwinkle. The Housing Authority of Cook County Planning and Development, Rich Monocchio and Carl Bradley. The Illinois Housing Development Authority, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Brian Hanrahan. Redstone Equity Partners, our contractor Henry Brothers, and our development team who worked tirelessly on this project. These projects don't just come together, they're very hard to do. It's not like a normal market rate project where you raise your equity and you get your debt and you're off and running. These projects are a collaboration of lasagna financing where there's banks involved, there's counties, governmental agencies, all providing certain types of financing, low cost financing that helps make the project affordable. A special thanks to our architect and their team, Fitzgerald and Associates. They were sensitive to all of our design requirements, and we commend them for their professionalism. So our residents will enjoy maintenance-free living in a friendly, safe, clean, and caring environment. Best efforts COVID-safe environment with such success is demonstrated in Pearlmark's other properties. We have been very successful in keeping COVID at bay at our other properties. We take every precaution in sanitation. We'll have quality services to our residents: convenience, companionship, senior-oriented social services, wellness programs, educational support, township transportation, and much more. This site is strategically located in a very strong market area of Mount Prospect. In fact, we are directly across the street from Randhurst Village. You can't really see with the trees there, but there's a 100-acre shopping establishment with many retail amenities, from grocery store shopping to other types of amenities important to our senior clientele. There has been overwhelming demand for affordable senior housing in Mount Prospect. In fact, there are over 300 people on a waiting list for another property such as this. So our building will be a beautiful building and community for its residents that we can be proud of. It contains 74 units consisting of 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom senior-friendly units, community areas consisting of elegantly appointed dining area with warming kitchen, spacious library and computer room, club room with full kitchen amenities, TV lounge, crafts rooms, fitness center, theater, and wellness center. We at Pearlmark will strive to bring residents service, safety, quality housing, and an overall encompassing fine living experience. So now, the time has come to thank some of the folks that helped us get here today. Quite frankly, this major investment would not have happened without all of your assistance. I'd like to introduce our first guest for playing a major role in supporting this project, who understands the need for affordable senior housing in Mount Prospect. Please join me in welcoming Arlene Juracek, Mayor of Mount Prospect.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you for pronouncing my name properly. I appreciate that. This is an absolutely beautiful day for groundbreaking, and even more so for a beautiful project that fits perfectly into the community's needs and to the community's plans. Jim described the lasagna of financing and planning and coordination that it took to get this together. So it's been a long time coming, and it's so fabulous that we're all able to gather here today and see it actually coming out of the ground. As Jim indicated, the location is so superb, being right across the street from Randhurst Village. I know as the village, we're going to do whatever we can to facilitate a safe pedestrian crossing to get from here to Randhurst Village across Kensington Road. But this is so absolutely perfect. A number of years ago, the Village of Mount Prospect participated with a few of our neighbors in the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus's Homes for a Changing Region study project. And in that study, it basically did an analysis of our demographics and the housing market, not only as it was at that time, but projecting into the future. And one thing that came out of it was the need for senior housing at all income and ability levels. So we were just really short of senior housing generally. And so we've had a few projects come down the pike. It's a little more difficult for us because we have very little brownfield or greenfield opportunities. It's basically infill. And this particular site has been problematic for quite some time. So when Pearlmark came across to us with this development and was able to work so successfully with all of you, the partners who made this possible, this is just the perfect thing for us to come at this point in time. The village embraces the need for this housing so much so that we made it a feature of our strategic plan. Part of our strategic plan is to recognize the diversity of our community and inclusiveness of our community, and that includes our senior citizens. Originally, we called it Aging in Place. Recently, we changed that to Aging in Community. And as I remarked when we made that change at a village board meeting, aging in place kind of makes it sound like you got your feet in a brick of cement and you're kind of stuck there, when we know that as we age, our needs change, the need for different type of housing, different type of assistance and services changes. And what we really need is opportunities in the village of Mount Prospect for our seniors' housing and service needs to be met in the community, not necessarily in the same building where they happen to raise their families. So again, this is such a great opportunity for us to facilitate and now witness another option for our seniors to age in our community. Now there's maybe a little known fact to some of you, but I think this particular site illustrates that so well. You may not know that at the eastern end of this property, way back in the day, Butch McGuire's was here. And I'm willing to bet that some of those swinging singles who came to enjoy the nightlife here in the 1960s and 1970s are now on that waiting list to get into here. So I think it all comes full circle. And so I think if it's true, and if they were at Butch McGuire's, you're going to have a lively group of seniors, I think, to take care of as well. So I know that we'll hear other great things about this development and how welcome you are here as developers and how welcome the residents will be here because there are residents and we look forward to a long relationship with them. With that, I'd like to turn the podium over to Cook County President Tony Preckwinkle and to really thank the county and all of the Illinois and county agencies that made this possible. President Preckwinkle.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I agree, Jim. This microphone is a problem. Where are you? I want to thank you, Mayor, for that kind introduction and for all your efforts to ensure that we're developing safe, decent, and affordable housing for our seniors in the northern suburbs. I'd also like to acknowledge the good work of James Perlman Trust, Redstone Equity, Kensington LLC, the Bank of America, the Illinois Housing Development Authority, IDA, and of course our mayor for her good work. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Xochitl Flores, who is director of our Bureau of Economic Development and her staff, and also Rich Monocchio and the good folks at the Housing Authority of Cook County. Affordable housing has been a priority of mine since I was first elected to office in 1991 as an alderman in the city of Chicago, and it remains a primary focus of my administration as president of the Cook County Board of Commissioners. I'm proud to say that our work has led to thousands of units being constructed throughout Cook County, always through an equity lens, and thousands more that have been redeveloped and rehabilitated. At the Housing Authority of Cook County alone, under Executive Director Monocchio's leadership, we've rehabilitated over 1,800 units of affordable housing across the suburbs since 2015. That's the last 5 years. And we've housed more than 640 families since the pandemic began in March. Cook County's Bureau of Economic Development works closely with its partners to develop housing options and invest federal funds in new multifamily projects. Since 2018, Cook County's Department of Planning and Development has invested nearly $60 million in projects creating more than 1,600 affordable housing units. And the numbers continue to grow. I know there's more work to be done, especially as we continue to recover from the pandemic and the economic crisis. The demand for this type of housing represents the need that we must continue to address until everyone has an affordable and safe place to live. Meeting this goal will take time and more collaborative efforts from all of us, from the organizations in the public, private, and philanthropic sectors. And I hope to see more developers like Jim here today looking beyond standard housing models and traditional frameworks that often exclude our most vulnerable populations to find creative and innovative solutions to bridge the economic divides. The county is proud to support Kensington Senior Residence, the 74-unit construction development that will provide seniors 62 and older with affordable living spaces. Funding for this project is made possible in part through the Home Investment Partnership Program in the amount of $1.8 million, and 24 units have been set aside for income-eligible families. I want to applaud your efforts and encourage you to continue to seek solutions that impact the lives of people who are often overlooked. This new development is a signal of hope during these difficult, challenging times, and will provide our seniors with decent, safe, affordable places to live in suburban Cook County for years to come. Now, we can never do this good work without the support of the state, and I'm pleased to welcome to the podium Rodrigo Carrillo. Did I say it right? Where are you, Rodrigo? Oh, there you are. Rodrigo Carrillo. All right, please come up. Thank you.
Good morning. I actually want to thank you for keeping the microphone here. It's the first time I don't have to pull it down. On behalf of the Illinois Housing Development Authority, the board and the staff, and our director, Kristen Faust, I would like to congratulate Promark Housing, the Henry Brothers Company, and the entire Kenzie Senior Residence Development team. I will also like to thank President Preckwinkle, Commissioner Silvestri, and the Housing Authority of Cook. A special thanks to Mayor Juracek, the Village Board, and the Village of Mount Prospect. Unfortunately, our director could not be here today, but yesterday she said, thank you for attending and representing us. As a housing financer, Rodrigo, affordable housing financer, I live for these groundbreaking moments. So she sends her regards. There is a growing need, as you just heard, for affordable senior housing throughout Illinois, and these apartments will go a long way in the northwest suburbs. However, we are fortunate to have a strong and development community working throughout Illinois to address the need of creating and preserving affordable housing, enabling households of all incomes and backgrounds to find safe and affordable housing near grocery stores, healthcare, and more. IDA allocated federal tax credits to help finance this development. It's a competitive process, and we look at all proposals that we receive carefully to make sure our resources address the local needs and complement local planning efforts. In this case, Mayor Juracek and the development team saw an opportunity to transform what we now know as a former nightlife residence in the 50s and 60s to this high-quality, impactful apartment community that will enable and help seniors find affordable rents near their family, their friends, their jobs, and even as their housing needs change. While we have the resources that can make these developments possible, we cannot do this work without our partners. This development is a result of public-private partnership between the village, the county, the state, private lenders, our affordable housing partners, and others who have worked hard for nearly 3 years to make this milestone possible. It takes a lot of time and effort to coordinate these deals. The support of the community is especially important in this work, and it is great to see Mayor Juracek and others in the village take this active role in promoting diversity, a variety of housing types that meet the needs of local community. Local advocacy goes a long way, and we look forward to continuing this work and ensuring affordable housing remains part of Mount Prospect's growth moving forward. IDA is grateful for the chance to work with everyone here today. Thank you again for all that you do to support affordable housing in the state of Illinois. Thank you. Now, Executive Director of the Housing Authority of Cook County, Rich Monocchio.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Okay. Thank you all for being here. We've heard, I think, about this project, and it's one of the best because, you know, whenever you have a great team like there is here and a great location, it's hard to go wrong, right? We're thrilled to be involved in this because of the fact that we can provide assistance so that low-income and very low-income people can live in such a great place. And under President Preckwinkle's leadership, we have actually subsidized about 800 apartments in the north and northwest suburbs in developments like this to serve seniors and those with special needs. So, you know, this kind of thing doesn't happen without political leadership, and it is obviously a top priority of the President's, and it's a top priority of mine. And we're going to continue to develop and subsidize these types of apartments. You know, at a time like this especially, where more people than ever, even before the pandemic, have worst case housing needs, it magnifies the importance of this. And I think we're going to hopefully see
a redoubling of efforts on the federal and state side to complement what we are doing at the local level so we can provide housing for the tens of thousands of people in the county who need it. So with that, again, I want to congratulate Jim, her team, and all the partners. Ida's been with us every step of the way, Rodrigo, in our developments, and we appreciate it. So with that, I want to introduce the principal of the development team, Josie Caceres. Josie?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And thank you all so much for coming together to help make this a reality. And it's a very good one. I want to thank ProMark again and Jim Perlman for the opportunity to work with him to do this mission of providing affordable senior housing. It's an important one. Jim's been working in affordable housing. I've known him for over 20 years. I myself worked at the city of Chicago and Cook County. I was the first home program person there, and worked at Ida for over a dozen years and was their tax credit director at the end. And Baker Tilly came and got me to do the stepping into the dark side, but I still couldn't lose my mission. Here we are, 12 years after starting with Baker Tilly. I'm out of there. I'm doing my own thing, and affordable housing is what I do. And Jim, the work that you do and the hard work that you've done to make this work is just amazing. I'm grateful to everyone. I'm thankful for the role that I have in helping, and I look forward to working with you all again, because this is what I do. And this is going to be a great project. We'll all be back here for the ribbon cutting, and we're all going to tell Jim that this turned out even better than we could have imagined. I remember being at one of his ribbon cuttings, and one of the elderly women grabbed me by the hand, and she pulled me over and she said, "This is the nicest place I've ever lived in. I am so thankful." And I said, and I am thankful every day for all of us that do that affordable housing work, because this is what makes things important. And thank you, Jim, for doing it.
Thank you.
Thank you.